Soundbars get kind of a bad rap in the home theater enthusiast crowd. And I get it. I understand. A soundbar, the sound quality from that is not anywhere even close to what you get from a dedicated home theater, where you have speakers spread throughout your room, subwoofers, a processor or AVR, etc. Right? Like a soundbar just cannot compete with a dedicated theater. However, sometimes your situation is that you can't build a dedicated home theater. Maybe you have a TV set up in a living room or a bedroom, and you can't really do a dedicated home theater or even a decent home theater just because of the limitations of the room, but you still want better sound than what you get from those awful TV speakers. I don't know of a single TV that is manufactured today that has speakers that are worth anything. Like they're basically all garbage. And so it kind of sucks because you're trying to watch, something on your TV in your living room or your bedroom, and you can't hear anything. You can't even make out the dialogue. You have to watch it with closed captions, right? Subtitles. So so I get that there is a place for sound bars, right? Like there is an application where a sound bar has its place, in a situation where you can't do a dedicated theater or even, a decent home theater. However, the thing is though that sound bars, they are limited when it comes to sound quality. Yes, they're absolutely hands down better than your TV speakers, but they tend to still not be great, right? The thing is with a soundbar is it can often be a very clean installation, right? Like you can just mount it below the TV, hide the cords behind the wall, and it's clean and it doesn't, take up a bunch of space in your room. So it has that advantage as well. But you still have that disadvantage of the sound not being fantastic, right? So this is all relevant because I am in a situation where I have a TV in my bedroom and it's mounted to the wall at the foot of my bed. So if I'm sitting in my bed, I'm looking straight at the TV. And I've had that TV there for a number of years. And I rarely use that TV for all of the reasons that I've mentioned. It doesn't sound good and it is just not a great viewing and listening experience. And so I rarely use it. And so it's kind of been on my mind where I'm like, I would like to do something with that TV to make it better. But I didn't want to go the soundbar route because I'm like, I could put a soundbar in there, but I still would not feel like I was getting as good a sound as I should be, right? But since it's my bedroom, I can't just start installing speakers throughout the room, right? Like that's not going to work. So I basically just have done nothing. I've done nothing with it. But recently, I kind of came up with something in my mind. I'm like, this might actually work. So this is what I did. This is what I did. Um, the first challenge was I'm like, I want good speakers. Like one of the challenges with sound bars is that, because they're slim, low profile, so that they have a nice clean install, the speakers, the drivers are very limited in size. They just can't be very large. And they usually fix that by adding in a subwoofer to provide those low frequencies. But I did not want to do a subwoofer in my bedroom because I didn't want to be tripping over it. I just didn't want a bunch of stuff in my room. And so my thought was, I need to get good speakers. Well, of course, I could get like tower speakers, but then they're sitting on the floor. I'm having to walk around them. Not great. So, what I landed on is some on wall speakers from RBH. Now, I should mention this video is not sponsored by any company. It's not sponsored by RBH. It's not sponsored by any other company that have products that I mentioned in this video. I purchased all of this equipment. This video is not sponsored. So now I got that out of the way. So with the RBH speakers, RBH, as you know, if you watch my tiny home theater series, they make some on-wall speakers that are fantastic. And so what I did is I bought some on-wall speakers from RBH, and they have large drivers in them. I think they're 6.5-inch drivers. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure they are 6.5-inch drivers in these speakers, and there's two per speaker, and then a tweeter in the middle. So what I did is I mounted each on-wall speaker directly to the side of the TV. Now, before I did that, I had to come up with a way to power these speakers, right? So there's no way to connect speakers to a TV. Like there's no amplifier in a TV. Like you have to have some device between the TV and the speakers to process the sound and also provide the amplification. And what I found was a perfect solution, which is the Sonos Amp. And it's perfect because it is a 2-channel amp. It does have the ability to connect a subwoofer to it. But again, as I mentioned, I'm not doing a subwoofer in this setup. I'm doing just the 2 speakers. But just know that if you were using this, you could actually do a 2.1 setup where you have 2 speakers and a subwoofer. I'm using only the 2 speaker outputs. So it has 2 speaker outputs. And not only that, it has a very thin profile. So it's only a few inches deep. And I found online a very cool low profile mount that you just attach to the wall, and then the Sonos amp just kind of sets right on it using a screw in the middle of the amp. And it's kind of like a picture frame kind of type attachment mechanism where you just put it in there. And then there's a bracket that you just screw into the mount on the top that holds it from like spinning, and you're good to go. So I mounted this behind the TV so it is completely out of view. And then I also installed, because if you guys follow my channel, you also know I'm a big fan of the Apple TV. That is, in my opinion, the best way to access apps, streaming, all of it. It's just a one-stop shop. It makes for a clean, fantastic user interface, user experience. So I got an Apple TV. Again, I got an external mount that mounts to the wall. So I installed the mount behind the TV, installed the Apple TV, connected that up. So everything, all of the wiring, all of the equipment is all behind the TV. And even with that, the TV itself only sticks out from the wall about 5.5 inches. And that's it. And that is about the depth of the speakers as well. The speakers are about 5.5 inches deep. So total, the entire thing sticks out from the wall about 5.5 inches. There are no visible cords. There's no visible wires. I actually didn't have to run anything behind the drywall inside of the walls. It's all outside of the wall, but it's all behind the TV. And in addition to that, with the speakers, I did have RBH put in a little notch on the edge of the speaker to feed the speaker wire through. So that is an option that RBH will do on request. So, and they don't charge any extra for it. When you place the order for your speakers, you just let them know, hey, I need a little notch so that I can run the speaker wire through and tell them which side, on the top, the bottom, on the left, the right side of the speaker. They'll put that notch right in. And so the speaker just sits flush against the wall, and that speaker wire just runs right through to the speaker connectors. I am really, really happy with how this turned out. It basically checked all of the boxes for me. I wanted a clean install. I wanted it to look good. I didn't want to see wires. I didn't want to see cables. I didn't want to have any equipment that I was tripping over. I didn't want to have to be walking around anything when I'm walking, between the bed, the foot of the bed and the wall. I basically just wanted it to disappear onto the wall and only be visible when I'm watching it. Like I don't even notice all this equipment when I'm in the room unless I'm actually watching something. And the sound quality it's awesome. Those speakers sound so good. Like I say, I don't have a sub hooked up. Now, of course, I am missing out on those super low frequencies, but honestly, that's not really what I'm looking for when I'm, watching a movie or listening to music in my bed at night. Like I'm not looking for something that's like shaking the room. If I want that, I come down here in my main theater where I've got 4 SVS SB 5000 subs. I've got those down here. That's where I go when I want those low earth shaking low frequencies. In my bedroom, those 4 6.5-inch drivers on those 2 speakers are perfect. It sounds awesome. And the other nice thing about the Sonos amp is that the streaming capability from my iPhone. So I have an iPhone. And so when I pull up Apple Music or any other streaming service like Spotify, YouTube, whatever, I can just hit the selector and it pulls up bedroom speakers. I've named the Sonos Amp bedroom speakers. I just select that and now it's streaming through those speakers. So now I've got awesome sound. I can listen to music in my room and it sounds amazing. And those speakers, they sound so, so good. So you're probably wondering, And I should have mentioned earlier which model of speaker I chose, because RBH makes a few different models of on-wall speakers. They actually have quite a substantial range of speakers. The particular model that I have is the 661-SW. Those are the model speakers that I have. And I think they look and sound incredible. And honestly, I could not be happier with this setup. It checks, like I say, it checks all the boxes. It's out of view. It's clean. It performs exceptionally well. Yeah. And it's better than a soundbar, in my opinion. I think it's better than a soundbar. Now, I have reviewed some soundbars on this channel that have performed quite good. Like, I've been really impressed with how well they perform, especially at the price point that they're at. I mean, I've reviewed a $130 soundbar that I was like, holy cow, I can't believe I'm getting this kind of sound quality out of a $130 soundbar. But that's really kind of where I'm basing it, which is like kind of like, how does it perform relative to its price point? And so, yes, this setup with the Sonos Amp and the RBH speakers, yes, it is more expensive, but the performance is a significant upgrade, right? Now, I also should mention how I connected up the cabling, because this is key. So the Apple TV, the HDMI cable goes from the Apple TV into input 1 on the TV, and it's just the regular plain old vanilla HDMI in. And then there's the eARC HDMI. That is labeled eARC on the TV. I plugged an HDMI cable into the eARC port, and then that goes to the Sonos Amp. So basically, eARC, what that does is it takes the sound, the TV takes the sound that it would normally play through its internal TV speakers, and instead outputs it through that HDMI eARC port, and then goes to the Sonos Amp. And then the Sonos Amp automatically just creates the sound and sends it out to the speakers. Now, this is kind of funny. When I first got it all installed, everything looked great. Everything, I got it all plugged in. And then I tried to get the sound to come through the speakers, and they would not. They would not come through the speakers, the RBH speakers. And I wasn't getting any sound at all. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Long story short, after a lot of troubleshooting, like, I went into the Sonos app and I tried reconfiguring the Sonos Amp to recognize eARC, and it just kept coming back saying eARC not recognized. Like, check your cabling, like eARC we're not seeing eARC, through the HDMI port. And I checked everything. I switched the cables on the TV. I tried reseating them, replugging them in. Finally, I looked closer at the HDMI port, the HDMI cable plugged into the HDMI port on the Sonos Amp, and it was about that much not seated all the way. Like, I'd put it in about 80% of the way, and there was just this tiny little bit sticking out. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I go, doink, push that in, worked perfectly. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a rookie mistake. I can't believe it. I just didn't seat the HDMI cable properly. But once I did that, boom, it started working perfectly. It's awesome. So all that to say, if you have a TV and you want to get amazing sound out of it, better than a soundbar, but you don't want the hassle or the inconvenience of speakers throughout your room or speakers that you're tripping over, you want a clean install just all on the wall, this setup with on-wall speakers and a Sonos amp all behind the TV, dang, I think it looks great, and it sounds amazing. So, might consider it. Thanks for watching.